So we can begin our usual warm-up. So we're standing in a shoulder width posture. Nice and wide and generous. Very often when I say shoulder width, people stand in what's hip width. So it's actually wider, nice, generous posture, and even slightly wider than the shoulders. Knees gently bent, back nice and straight, arms hanging down by the sides. Make a gentle move from deep inside the belly. So just turn the body and look back over your shoulder. And then gently come back to the front. Do the same on the other side. We're just sort of feeling into our back, see how it feels. And then we can just release the waist and let the whole body turn. Okay, while you keep going, I'm just going to adjust something on Zoom. So sometimes this exercise can make you feel a little bit dizzy. Best thing to do is just to concentrate on your toes. Really think about your toes, connecting to the ground below. Pressure down with our paths of our toes, as it were, and feel the earth pushing back up. Feel that connection point between the big toes and the ground. And then the index toe, the middle toe, the ring toe, the little toe, all the way down, squeezing each one individually and feeling how you connect, really experiencing how you connect. And then we can bring our attention to the ball of the foot. Because the knee is gently bent, we can just feel the ball of the foot pressing against the ground. Really feel the connection downwards. So just behind the ball of the foot, I always try and describe this point, quite difficult to visualize, but if you start on looking at the bottom of your foot at the tip of your middle toe, and you run along to the crease where the middle toe sort of joins the foot, and then you go over the lump that's the ball of your foot, and as you come down the other side into the valley in the middle of the foot, as it were, that's where Yongquan is, the kidney point. And that's the point that really connects down into the earth. So it's about 1/3 of the way back from the tip of the middle toe, right on the center line of the foot. And you get this acupuncture point that really kind of opens out when you squeeze it. So that's why we bend the knee, because as we bend the knee, it just pushes the front of the foot deeper against the ground. And then we get this really good earth connection. Chi flows up from the earth into the body. Chi from the body flows back down into the earth. So we have this lovely balancing effect. Okay, so let's change this exercise slightly. Let's slow it down a bit, but make it a little bit longer. So look back over your shoulder, stretching out, opening up. So the neck stretches as well. So while we're thinking about the neck and the head, we can locate Bai Hui on top of our head. So if you were to run your fingers just up in front of your ears onto the top of the head and then move forward about 2 centimeters, you'd find Bai Hui. Sits right on the crown of the head. What we're imagining here is another acupuncture point that opens up into the blue sky above. Blue sky chi can pour down into this acupuncture point. So there's a story about Dao Mao. Was it about Dao Mao? No, it wasn't. It was about Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu being the great Chinese philosopher. And apparently, if you examined Lao Tzu, you would find that he had a real sort of dimple on top of his head. His connection to heaven was thus that he had actually, his Bai Hui point was almost visible, I believe. Well, that's what people say about him. Whether that's true or not, whoever knows. Not even quite sure if he existed, but anyway. I think basically Lao Tzu translates as old sage. I'm not quite sure it's actually someone's name as such. So there we have the idea. Earth below, connecting up, heavens down, above, pouring down, you in the center, all of this chi gathering deep in your belly, perfectly balanced energy. Okay, a few last long opening turns. And then we're going to let everything slowly subside, bit by bit, gently, gently, slowly, slowly, coming to a stop. We can gather chi, so hands in the earth, lift chi up. And gently pour the chi down. Imagine you can pour through Bai Hui on top of the head. Pour down, drawing chi through the center of your body. Pour down, moving chi into the center of your chest. Pour down, bringing the chi deep into your belly, where you just pause for a moment. And then we can release and let the chi flow on down the legs, back into the earth. Gather chi, lift chi up. And pour chi down. Draw the chi down. Deep, deep, deep inside. Aiming the chi into the belly. And then letting the hands relax and the chi flow. Once again, gathering chi, lift chi up. And gently pouring the chi down. Imagine you can move it from your head, deep into the center of your chest, deep into the center of your belly. And let the hands relax as the chi pours on down. Okay, so we're just going to do some simple forward and backward bends. Gently lifting the hands up into the blue sky, stretch up. And then what we're going to do is just coordinate the arms and the ears together. So arms and ears tip over, and that stretches the back of your neck. And then when the arms are parallel to the floor, then roll into the upper back, into the middle back, and into the lower back, and let the body gently hang down. Go down just as far as your body will comfortably take you. No pressure, no tension. Just let the back of the neck relax completely. Body hangs and relaxes. Okay, so we make our first extension softly down toward the toes. And then release. Imagine now stretching towards a line that's drawn between the roots of your toes. Stretch gently there. And release. A line that's drawn between your insteps. Just stretch there, as you can feel just getting slightly deeper with each stretch.
and release. And finally, back towards your heels, a deep, deep bend. Relax and release. So lift the tailbone up behind, point the tailbone towards the front of the body, and slowly start to roll the tailbone up. Arms and ears follow. We gently come up, stretching up. Bring up the head, arms and ears to we're up at full height. Let the knees and hips drift forward as you softly lean backwards. Up and gently back. Up and gently back. Up, gently back. Okay. And stretch the hands up into the blue sky. We'll do some side bends. Let the left hand side drift down. Open the right side of the body gently up. Let the right side drift down. Open up on the left. Down on the left side. And down on the right side. Stretching hands up into the blue sky. Okay, so we're going to begin the whole process again then. So let's go down, up into the air, head and arms and ears tip over, gently rolling into the upper back, middle back, lower back, and just allowing the whole body to softly hang down. Just relax everything. Take all the pressure off everything. Just hang there, nice and easy. A soft stretch towards your toes. And then release, in line with the roots of your toes. And then release, in line with the heels, insteps. And then release. Now back towards the heels and a nice deep bend. And release. Body hangs. Lift the tailbone up behind. Push the tailbone towards the front. Slowly roll the spine up. Take up the head and the arms and the ears. Stretching up into the blue sky. Nice long stretch. Up. Knees and hips move forward as you lean back. Up and back. Up. Gently back. Up and back. Okay, stretch arms into the blue sky. Going down on the left hand side, drift down the left, open up the right. Going down on the right side, opening up on the left. Down on the left. And down on the right. Okay, hands back up into the blue sky. So we can do the same set again, but try and do them with straight legs this time. So we stretch up into the blue sky. And then just let the hands, arms, and ears tip over. Go into the upper back, the middle back, and the lower back. And just allow the whole body to relax down. Okay, so we're taking all the pressure off the back of the neck, just letting the back of the neck relax. Keep the legs as straight as you can, and that just gives this extra kind of hamstring stretch. Really let the back of the legs open up. The first extension goes down toward the toes, and then we release, in line with the roots of our toes, and then release, in line with the insteps, and release, in line with the heels. Release and relax, let the body hang. Lift the tailbone up behind, push the tailbone toward the front of the body, and we slowly roll up, and take up the arms, ears, up, up into the blue sky. Release the knees and the hips forward, and you can gently lean backwards, up and back, up and back, up and back. Great. Stretching up. We're going to do the side bends again. So going down the left-hand side, opening on the right, down the right-hand side, gently opening on the left, on the left, and on the right. Good. Stretch up into the blue sky. I'm going to go through this process one last time. Nice straight legs. Okay, so tip over, head, arms, ears, roll into the upper back, middle back, lower back, and just let everything settle gently down. Let the body just hang and relax there. Keep the legs as straight as you can. Whole body relaxes. Nice straight legs. First extension down toward the toes. And release, in line with the roots of our toes. And release, toward the insteps. And release, toward the heels. And release, let the body hang. Lift the tailbone up behind. Tailbone pushes gently to the front. Spine starts to roll up. Head, arms, and ears gently roll with it. Draw up to full height. Stretch. Release knees and hips forward as you lean back. Gently up and back. Up and back. Up and back. Hands up into the blue sky. Left hand curls down, right side opens. Right hand curls down, left side opens. Down the left. And down on the right. Good. Hands up into the blue sky. Great. So let the hands drift down gently on either side. As the hands drift down, the chi kind of sets its level. It goes down with it. The chi to go deep inside. Let's gather again. Lift chi up. Gently pour the chi down. Lifting and gathering chi. Pouring and allowing the chi to go deep inside. Once more, we gently gather. And pour. Draw the chi deep into the core of you. Let's bring the hands back to the belly and just hold them there. Okay, so we're carrying on with the 5 organ healing sounds of Zhening Qigong today. Something we did last week, and we'll probably do again next week, just this using of sound to vibrate the body. As I mentioned before, you don't have to be a great singer to be able to do it. Anybody can make an organ sound. Just allow your body to do whatever it wishes to do. So don't be critical of yourself. Just allow yourself to
vibrate the organ using your voice box. It's an amazing ability we have built inside to be able to work directly on a particular organ just by using a sound. And once you've got that sound, you can use it whenever you wish. So for instance, if you know that your liver is always, weak or whatever, you can use the note of E, and you can just use the liver sound, 2, 2, 2. And that just gives you this little extra tool you can use just to kind of stimulate your liver, whatever you're doing. Okay, so the idea of the 5 organs is that we have 5 major organs, and they go in time with the seasons, 5 seasons. So the Chinese have a 5th season, which we've just entered into. It starts on the 8th of August or 7th or 8th of August, depending on the moon phase or maybe sun phase. I'm not quite sure of that. I have to look it up. And yeah, we have this change of season where we go into late summer. And so the color for late summer is yellow, and it lasts for about 4, 5, 6 weeks, something like that, before we tip over into autumn. So we just have this little late summer. So we start our exercises with spleen. And perhaps if we're going to do maybe 4 of each tone, we could do 6 of the spleen just to give it an extra boost. Actually, I think probably today we'll do 6 of each tone. So maybe we'll do 8 of the spleen just to give it a little extra boost. So we start for the season, being late summer, and then we work our way around. And in fact, in theory, as you go round the kind of clock of the 5 seasons, the next season, you could grade it if you like. You could do 8 for the present season, 7 for the coming season, 6 for the next season, 5, 4, as you get the idea. You'd only have to do 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. That's right. And because the emphasis is put on the season you're in right now. Okay, so let's get started with the tones. There's a way to start to call the body, if you like, to get yourself kind of ready for this. And that's to say the tone ling, ling. But what we do is we say ling, and then we do a short tone, almost like a cough, ling, ling, ling. And the short one, ling, is a kind of like a lift, up, up, jump, ling, ling, ling. And so it has the nice sort of long running tone. And just before the breath runs out, you say ling, and the whole thing jumps. So this has the ing on the end, which a lot of these tones have. And the idea is that as we say li, ling, we start to open our mouth up, li. And then as we get towards the end of the tone, we start to close our mouth, ling. So it's the same with all of these tones that end in ang, eng, ing. They're all the same kind of sound. It's this open, and it almost ends up being a hum. So let's just try and do ling with the opening and the closing, and then the ling, jump at the end. We'll do that 6 times. So hands on the belly, nice comfortable stance, sitting or standing, doesn't really matter. You can lie down and do these tones as well. And so we're just going to say ling, ling. So take a breath in. Ling. 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 Ling.
gets us sort of started. It brings our attention. And then we use another tone. Wong, ching. So it starts with then we go to Wong. So Wong has got that opening and closing idea in it, and then ching. So Wong, ching. Breathing in. Wong, ching. Ching is a very quiet tone at the end. Breathing in. Take a little breath here. Ching. So let's link Wong in one breath, gentle breath in, and then ching in the second breath. Breathing in. Ching. Last time then. Breathing in. So that's this is the preparatory stuff to get ourselves ready for doing our tones. Now we're going to start with the spleen. The spleen uses the note of C. So gang is the tone, G-A-N-G, gang. And then gang melts into foo. So we go gang, foo. And then again, there's this little interim breath in. And then we say jong, D-J-O-N-G, I think it is, jong. Well, that's how it sounds anyway. It's actually a Z-H in pinyin, but it says D-J-O-N-G is the sound. Jong, gang, gang, opening, and then foo, gang, foo, jong. Okay, so let's run through spleen 6 times. Breathing in. Gang, foo. Little breath in for jong. Jong. Gang fu is slightly louder. Jong is a little bit quieter. So breathing in for gang fu. Gang fu. Gentle interim breath. Jong. Breathing in. Down. Gentle breath in. Breathing in. Last time for Gang Fu Jong. Breathing in. You can gently massage your spleen, which just sits under the left ribs. Give it a nice little massage. Okay, so from autumn we move on to, from late summer we move on to autumn, which is our lungs. So again, it's quite difficult to keep your hands on your lungs for the whole time. It can be quite uncomfortable. You can have your hands on your belly, and at the end, we can massage them. A slightly different technique to last week. So the lungs have a tone which goes sang, sang, and then this strange tone in the middle where you blow out a hiss, and then you suck in a sip, and then it goes song, so sang and song. Fine. It's this middle tone which is slightly peculiar, and as we hiss out, we then sip in, and that kind of bounces the lungs inside. So the lungs are vibrating with and then suddenly there's stop in the mouth, and the whole lung kind of jumps and vibrates. So it's kind of like a workout for the lungs. The lungs like the sound D, the note D. Sang, sang. So it starts with sang, and then we take a s, and then song. So interestingly, yeah, so these notes, sang is all on its own, and then we take a breath, and then we do the s, and that merges straight into song. So it's two breaths again, but it's split in a different way. First, the first tone, and then the second two melt together. Okay, so if you wish to have your hands on your belly, you can do that, and then afterwards we'll just gently massage the lungs. So sang, song. Okay, so breathing gently, and we'll do 5 of these. Breathe in. Sang. Take a gentle breath in. Song. Breathe in. Breathing in for song. Breathe in for sang. Breathing for breathing in. Sigh. Breathing in. I think it's one more. Breathing in. Breathing in. Take the hands up, just up to the shoulder blades, and gently rub the fingertips against the lungs, right up under the shoulders, just massaging into this area. So after autumn comes the winter, and that's the kidneys, the water element. Okay, so for kidneys, you can have your hands on your kidneys if you wish, but it's just as well to have the hands round the front and just imagine chi flowing to your kidneys. So the kidneys have got a curious tone. They require a bit of a jump start. So we have this cough, EH exclamation mark. How many of them can you get into one breath? And then after you've done that breath, we take another breath in and we have you, ying, you and ying. So the kidneys vibrate to an A note. I'm going to go for a lower note. You can go for a higher note, whichever you like. It's an A, U, and ying. So we start off with our coughing. Let's take a breath in. Oof. And take another breath in. You, ying. Breathing in for air. Yu Ying, breathing in. Yu Ying. Gently breathing in. Breathing in. Kidneys are a very powerful organ in our body, a really important thing to have strong and working well. So we're going to keep going with the kidneys for a little while longer, just to really boost them up. So this is the idea of kind of applying extra repetitions to any particular part of the body you think you need to work on. But I think that everybody could do with extra kidney energy. I think the succinct way to explain about the kidneys is about aging. And I think everybody ages, and so it's always good for you to keep the aging away by using the kidney sounds. So we're going to cough out, and then we'll do our yu ying a few more times. So breathing in. Breathing in. Yu and yin. Breathing in for air. Breathing in for yu and yang. We'll go twice round the cycle, twice more round the cycle. So breathing in for air. Breathing in. Last time then, breathing in for air. Breathing in. So let's just do a few little exercises for the kidneys. You could just gently rub your kidneys. We're just finding the lowest rib there, and then we're just gently rubbing onto the lowest rib. Also, we could just bounce up and down on our toes. So having our hands here, we're just letting the hands kind of wobble gently against the back, against the sort of skin on the back. So as you bounce up and down on your toes, you can let your hands gently kind of rub and wobble with the kidneys. If you felt your kidneys were strong enough, you could gently tap the side of your fist, your sort of thumb and first finger, gently against the kidneys just to vibrate them. And then massage once again. Perhaps bounce once again. Very good. Just a few little things to liven up the kidneys. So after we move into winter, we move through to our spring element. And that brings us round to our liver. So liver sits on the right-hand side. We can just put the hands on the belly and we can massage into the liver after we've done the liver tone. Okay, so the liver tone has the same kind of plosive effect as the kidneys. It needs to be jump started. So we use the word to. It's almost like spitting it out. To, 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 to. And every time you make that plosive to, you can feel a little jump in your liver. So the liver likes the the tone E. Two, 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 two. And then its next tones are Juling. So that's like J-U, repeated lots. Ju, and then it melts into ling. And the ing goes inside once again. So 2, 2, 2, Ju, ling. Okay, so let's run through that about half a dozen times. Take a gentle breath in. And then spit out 2. Another breath in for Juling. Breathing in for 2. Breathing in for Juling. Two. Breathing in. Breathing in for 2. Breathing in. Breathing in for 2. Breathing in for Juling. Just run one more time through it. Breathing in for 2. Breathing in for Juling. Lovely. Okay, so let's massage the liver. So the liver sits kind of above the rib, but also below the rib on the right-hand side. So let's just gently massage into this area here. Lovely. Okay. So again, we can put the hands back on the belly. Now we're going to do heart. So heart, summertime, which is just ended a few days ago, but we still do it nonetheless, obviously. Heart has the tone of G. And it's got 3 separate pieces, heart. Shin. Shin. So it has 3 words. The first one is shin, and it is like the English word shin for the front of the leg, shin. And then we take a breath in, and the second word is shi-ang. Shi-ang. And the ang is one of these notes that goes deep inside. And the last one is shing. Very, very quiet, very, very gentle, very delicate. Shing. It would sound like S-H-I-N-G, shing. It's actually an X in Chinese. Shing. Okay, so shin, shi-ang, shing. And I'll remind you as we go through each.
We can just hold the hands on the belly, and again, we're just going to take a breath between each of them. So the idea is that, especially for the heart, is that the first tone, shin, is quite strong. The last tone, shing, is quite quiet. Take a breath in for shin then. Shin. Take a breath in for xiang. Gentle breath in for Xing. Back to Shin, breathing in. Shin. Xiang. Xing, breathing in. Xing. Shin, breathing in. Shin. Xiang, breathing in. Xing, breathing in. Just go through a couple more times through the whole process. Breathing in for Shin. Shin. Breathing in for Xiang. Breathing in for Shin. Xing, sorry. Last time through the process. Breathing in for Shin. Shin. Breathing for Xiang. Breathing for Xing. Let's massage gently into the center of the chest. Hands over the breastbone, gently massaging. Imagining the chi extending from the hands deep inside the heart. Very good. We just bring the hands back to the belly for one last tone, which is just Qing. Qing, same idea, it develops. Qi, and eventually it becomes Qing inside. This just brings all of the organ sounds together into one. So let's say Qing, breathing in. Qi.
Breathing in. Chi. Breathing in. Gentle breathing in. Final time. Nice and gentle breathing. We can just bring the feet together. Close out using the Zheneng Qigong standard kind of closing technique. So we take the hands and put them in the prayer position in front of the sternum, and then we stretch the hands up in front of the face, top of the head, blue sky chi. Let the hands drift down a little bit. Let the knees soften slightly. Open up little fingers, ring fingers, middle fingers, split the hands apart. They come down to shoulder height. Scoop and gather chi round to the front. And as we stand here, we send chi deep inside the brain. Upper dantian chi is abundant. Blood and chi flow well through the brain. All of the functions of the brain returning to perfect working order. Drift the elbows down, let the hands come underneath the arms, and just under the armpit, we touch a point on the side called Da Bao. This sends chi into the middle dantian, and this is the organ area where we've been healing with all these sounds. So now we're healing our organs, allowing the chi to flow into the middle dantian, the middle energy field, and then it flows out to all of the organs we've just worked with. And then we just let the hands drift back behind, and the back of the hands move forwards. So they drift forwards, and then when they're in line with the side of the body, you turn the palms over to face the front, and then send a wave of chi out into the blue sky, and then gently start to draw this chi back toward the belly, and let the hands land on the belly, hold all this chi deep inside. So you can imagine now this lower field of energy, filled with chi, an abundance of energy, blood and chi flowing well through your body. And as we work with this chi, we realize that everything is slowly coming back into focus in our lives. Everything is coming back to perfect working order. As we work away, we can just feel this idea. Everything gently improving, step by step, day by day, bit by bit, slowly improving. Lower dantian chi is abundant. Blood and chi flow well through your body. So now we can just imagine this chi behind the belly, this vast store of energy. Imagine you can sweep it up your spine into your brain, fill your brain with chi, up to your spine, up to your neck, to your shoulders, bathe your shoulders all the way down to your fingertips, down the whole of your spine, your ribs. Imagine the upper torso bathed in chi, middle and lower torso bathed in chi. Imagine the chi in your hips and your pelvis, your tailbone, hip joints, down to your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles and your feet, Achilles tendon, the back surface of the body, the tip of your nose from the tip of the toes, top of the head, soles of the feet, tips of your fingers. Every part of the body is filled with chi. Blood and chi flow well through your body, an abundance of energy deep inside your body. As you stand here, you can imagine your Wei Chi layer. It's like a sort of a couple of centimeters round, a cloaking round your skin, as it were, protecting from every aspect. Wei Chi layer strong. And then round that, your chi body, a meter in front, meter below, meter back, up and down sides. We have this wonderful bubble of chi round us, keeping us safe. So you just imagine yourself inside this wonderful shield of chi, protected by your Wei Chi layer. Every cell in your body working well,
all functions of your body returning to perfect working order. Perfect working order. Just imagine that. Every cell in the body, perfect working order. All functions of your body, perfect working order. Everything normal. All functions normal. So put a big smile on your face. Slowly open your eyes. Move the fingers, wiggle the toes a little bit. If you wish to stretch out carefully and slowly. Don't rush anything. Let's say how loud together then. So we put our hands up in the air. 1, 2, ha, la. 1, 2, ha, la. Last time. 1, 2, ha, la. Lovely. So we take the right hand up and the left hand down and bring the hands together. Thank you very much for being here. And I'm going to put this video online and hopefully we can spread it around the world and give it to all people who need it. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye then.